find a position where your body can be completely supported. Allow the surface beneath you to hold your full weight. You might let your hands rest, palms open, somewhere soft. If it feels right, let your eyelids gently close. Or simply lower your gaze to a point without detail. For a few moments, just be here, noticing the simple fact of your body in the room. The contact where your skin meets the fabric or the air. The quiet rhythm that moves through your chest. There is nothing you need to do with it. It breathes itself. And you can simply rest alongside it, letting each exhale be a little longer, a little softer. As if your bones are settling more deeply into themselves. Now, bringing a gentle attention to your jaw. Allowing the muscles there to soften just by a fraction. Noticing the weight of your shoulders. And permitting them to release down toward the earth. Letting that softness travel down your spine. A slow, warm melt. Feel the space around you begin to expand. The walls of the room seem to grow more permeable, more distant. And in this expanding space, your awareness grows quiet and wide. You might begin to sense a change in the quality of the air. A certain coolness, a dry clarity. Carrying a faint mineral scent on its stillness. The light behind your closed eyes begins to shift. From the brightness of day to the softer, richer tones of evening. It is the gentle, spacious light of dusk. And you find yourself standing on a vast open plain. The ground beneath your feet is firm and pale. It stretches out in every direction to a distant, seamless edge. The sky above is a wash of soft color. Hushed blues and the first hint of rose. There is no sound but a profound and resonant silence. A silence so deep you can feel it in your chest. You take a slow breath in. And the dry, clean air fills you. You release the breath. And with it, any sense of hurry, any need to arrive. You are already here, standing at the center of an immense stillness. The only movement is the subtle rise and fall of your own breath, and the slow, majestic turning of the earth toward night. Underfoot, you feel a delicate, crystalline texture. A fine, crackling crust that gives slightly with your weight. It is solid, and yet it holds a memory of water. You feel rooted here, grounded in this tangible, present moment. Aware of your own quiet silhouette against the immense sky. The air is cool against your skin. And perfectly still. Not a single blade of grass stirs. Not a single bird crosses the expanse. There is only this open space and you within it. And as you stand here, you begin to notice something new. A slight coolness rising from the pale earth. A faint glassy sheen beginning to appear at the distant edges of your vision. The world holds its breath, poised on a threshold between what is solid and what is about to become fluid. Between the firm ground of day and the reflective depth of evening. You stand at the very center of this becoming. Your breath slows to match the vast, unhurried pace of the landscape. Every part of you is awake and receptive, listening with your whole being, waiting for the world to turn once more into its own perfect reflection. And now the transformation begins. From the distant edges of the plain, a silvery sheen advances inward. A film of water, no thicker than a page, spreads across the crystalline crust. It moves with a quiet, inevitable grace until it meets your feet. You feel a new sensation underfoot. The firm, crackling solidity now gives way to a delicate, cool layer. A few millimeters of perfectly still water resting upon the salt. You are standing on the threshold between earth and sky. Look down. The water is so clear, so still, it has become a perfect mirror. The vast sky above is now duplicated perfectly below your feet. Soft clouds drift slowly across both heavens. The fading blue, the blush of rose, all reflected in the glassy plain. Your own silhouette stands at the very center of this double world. A quiet, dark shape between two infinities of calm color. And as you look out, the horizon line itself begins to dissolve. Where does the sky end and its reflection begin? The boundary softens, then vanishes into a seamless, radiant expanse. There is no longer an up and a down. Only a continuous, spacious whole. And you, poised gently within it. Breathe in and feel the cool evening air. Breathe out and feel your own edges soften, just like the horizon. Now, bring your attention to the very center of the mirrored surface. Imagine a single clear drop of water falling from a great height. It lands in the center of the reflection. Ping. A sound so pure, so delicate, it seems to ring in the silence. Watch as a perfect circle expands from that point. A gentle ripple moving outward in all directions. It distorts the reflected clouds for a moment. They waver like a painting seen through old glass. Then, with a patient, effortless ease, the water settles. The image clears, restoring itself to perfect stillness. Breathe in as the circle expands. Breathe out as the water grows still once more. Let this rhythm become your own. Any thought that arises is like that drop. A temporary ripple on a vast, calm surface. You can watch it spread. And you can watch it smooth itself away without your help. The mirror always returns to clarity. Now feel a unique solidity beneath the water's film. The salt crust holds you firm and supportive. The water cools your skin, a gentle, constant presence. This is your anchor. This tangible, in-between state. Neither fully solid nor fully fluid. A place of profound stability within transition. Listen into the deep silence that surrounds you. It is not an empty silence, but a resonant, full one. And within it, you might hear another delicate sound. A soft, high ping from somewhere far away. A crystal of salt contracting in the cool air. A tiny musical note that highlights the quiet rather than breaks it. Let that minimal sound be a resting place for your attention. A pure tone that clears space in the mind. With each breath, the light shifts. The colors deepen, bleeding richer hues across the sky. And those same colors, gold, violet, deep rose, bleed across the mirror at your feet. The world is washed in the same unified palette. What is above is also below. There is no separation. This perceptual unity makes the space feel immense. Vaster than any single worry. More spacious than any contained thought. Standing here, you might notice a shape at the edge of the water. A small, white formation of crystalline salt. Let it represent something you have carried here. A tension, a weight, a repeated thought. Simply notice it there on the shore of this immense mirror. With your next soft exhale, imagine the water very gently lapping at its base. With each outgoing breath, the water touches it. And with each touch, a little of that solid form dissolves. Not with force, but with patient, natural persistence. It melts into the water, becoming part of the vast, reflective whole. Neutral, clear, integrated. Leaving no trace but a slight, perfect salinity in the solution. The mirror remains untroubled, holding everything within its calm, expansive depth. Your breath is slow. Your body is quiet. You are not doing anything. You are simply witnessing the world become its own reflection. And in that witnessing, everything settles. The mind becomes like the water, capable of reflecting perfectly without holding on to the image, capable of receiving a ripple and returning to stillness. This is the nature of the place you're in now. And it is the nature of the attention you rest here with. Let the last distinction fade now. The quiet shape at the center is not separate from the landscape. It is simply part of the reflection. The cool water underfoot is your own skin. The vast sky above is your own breath. The crystalline crust below is your own foundation. There is no difference. Breathe in the colors of the dusk. Breathe out and let them settle on the water's skin. The mirror is not outside of you. It is the quality of your own attention. Clear, still, receiving everything without effort. A thought forms like a drop about to fall. It lands. A ripple moves through the field of your awareness. You feel its gentle expansion, and then you feel its smooth dissipation. The reflection wavers, and then it clears. The mind needs no correction. Only this patient observation. The ripple is not a flaw. It is part of the water's nature. And the water always returns to stillness. Listen to the silence between the soft, crystalline pings. That silence is not empty. It is a presence. A spaciousness that holds every sound and then releases it. Let that spaciousness fill the contours of your own mind. Thoughts are like those distant, high notes. They appear, they ring, and they are absorbed back into the quiet. They do not disturb the silence. They define it. Now, feel the solidity beneath you. The firm support of the ancient earth. And feel the fluidity above and below. The gentle, yielding mirror. You are held in this perfect balance, a state of transition that is utterly stable, completely at rest in the in-between. Watch the last salt formation at the water's edge. With every exhale, the water kisses it. And and it diminishes not by crumbling, but by blending, becoming one with the medium that surrounds it, losing its hard edge, its separate form, until it is only a memory of texture in the solution. A slight warmth where there was once a cold, hard shape. And then even that warmth disperses, integrated. The water does not remember what it has dissolved. It only remains clear and deep. Now, let go of even the act of watching. Simply be the mirrored surface. The sky moves across you. The colors bleed through you. You do not hold them. You reflect them and let them pass. The breath breathes itself. A slow, tidal rhythm in this vast, open space. The light continues to deepen. The blue softens to indigo. The rose melts into violet. And all of it is doubled in the perfect glass below. There is no inside or outside. Only this seamless, continuous expanse. You are not looking at the horizon because the horizon is gone. You are the place where all elements meet and merge. A sense of perceptual unity, so complete it needs no name. In this unity, every perceived edge softens. Every boundary was only a story. And in this stillness, the story ends. What remains is simply what is. The cool air, the faint mineral scent, the weightless body, the silent, doubling world, held, supported, at rest in the center of the reflection. There is nothing to release. Only the continuous, gentle dissolving of the moment into itself. Time slows and then stretches into a continuous present. And now that has no measure. You are here. And here is everywhere. A perfect mirrored calm. so deep it feels ancient. So still, it feels like home. The first star appears in the violet sky. And at the same moment, its twin appears in the darkening mirror. A single point of light doubled. A gentle signal that this phase is complete. Not an ending, but a transformation. Begin to feel the breath a little more closely. The cool evening air moving in. The warm release moving out. This rhythm has been here all along. An anchor in the vastness. Now bring a soft awareness back to the sensation underfoot. The cool water, the firm crust beneath. That tangible in-between state. Feel it as a whole, unified sensation now. A memory the body will keep. The knowledge that you can be held in transition. That you can find solidity within fluidity. Now, very gently, let the image of the salt flat begin to soften at its edges. The immense mirror grows lighter, more permeable. The colors of the dusk begin to fade like breath on glass. Yet the feeling of spaciousness remains. That expanded field of your awareness. You carry it with you now. It is not a place you leave behind. It is a quality of mind you bring back. A quiet, reflective stillness. Capable of holding everything without being disturbed. Now, notice the weight of your body again. The gentle support of the surface beneath you. The temperature of the air on your skin here in this room. The subtle sounds that have been waiting at the edge of silence. Allow the world to return slowly and with kindness. There is no rush. Let the transition be as smooth as the settling of water. With each breath, feel a gentle warmth returning to your hands, to your feet. A pleasant, heavy softness in your muscles. Your jaw is relaxed. Your shoulders are at ease, resting away from your ears. Your chest is open and calm. the body remembers this state. It is its own native quiet. A ripple may come, and now you know it will settle. Because the nature of water is to find its stillness again. And your mind has touched that nature. Take one more deep, slow breath of the evening air. And as you release it, feel the last trace of separation dissolve. You are here in this room, and the vast mirrored calm is here with you. It is the space between your thoughts, the clarity that remains after a worry has passed, the firm, supportive ground beneath life's temporary surfaces. You can return to this feeling anytime by simply remembering the breath, by feeling the support beneath you, by listening for the quiet, resonant space within, where every ripple is allowed and every ripple is allowed to smooth away. Now, when you are ready, you might begin to deepen your breath, gently stirring the body from its deep rest. Perhaps stretching your fingers and toes with gentle awareness. Feeling the life in them, renewed and present. You may wish to keep your eyes closed for a few more moments, holding the internal sky, now star-dusted and peaceful. Or you may slowly let them open, allowing the world to come into focus softly, without urgency. Seeing the room not as a boundary, but as an extension of the calm. A different kind of space, equally capable of holding you. Move when you feel ready. Carrying with you the single, clear insight of this practice, that you are both the solid ground and the reflecting water. And in that balance, there is a profound and effortless ease. Nothing to force. Nothing to hold. Only the continuous, gentle return to your own clear surface. Restored. Integrated. At home in the center of your own quiet.